It was a Dubai derby for the ages last night in the Ring of Fire. Losing was not an option for the Capitals, and when all hope seemed lost, Sikandar Raza came to the fore.
13 from the final over. 4 to start the final over. They'll get 2.
Capitals need one big hit.
He hits it straight, and he hits it for 6. Sikandar Raza pumps the air.
One of the most iconic moments in the tournament's history, and now the Dubai Capitals have the chance to secure their place in the playoffs if they can overcome high-flying MI Emirates. Kieron Pollard's men in blue are a team to be feared though, and they will be wanting to finish the league stage on a high. Welcome to the Zayed Cricket Stadium for the penultimate match of the group stage. MI Emirates taking on the Dubai Capitals. The race for the playoffs is going down to the wire. MI Emirates have already qualified, and either the Gulf Giants or the Knight Riders will be joining them shortly once we know that result. It's now or never for the Dubai Capitals, who kept their dreams alive after Sikandar Raza's heroics last night. The superstars have arrived in Abu Dhabi, and before we get right to it, Natalie Germanos is with the captains ready for the toss.
It's the last group game for these two teams tonight, but there's high stakes for the Dubai Capitals are up against the MI Emirates. For the toss, we've got the match referee, Simon Taufel, of course, the two captains, Sam Billings and Kieron Pollard. Kieron, you got the coin?
Tails, please.
Tails is the call.
The call is tails.
And it is a head.
And it is a head.
Go on.
Kieron, what are you going to do and why?
We're going to bowl first, obviously on advice from the management staff, and the ball has been moving around here a bit. And getting the opportunity to bowl first and see if we can restrict them.
You're through to the next round. You're also through to the top 2. You're guaranteed a place in the top 2. So what are the stakes for you tonight?
Stakes are high. Obviously, in T20 cricket, winners are a habit, losing is a habit. Obviously, we didn't get over the line in the last game, and going into the playoff round, you want to go with that sort of momentum, as well. So, we're looking forward to playing a good game of cricket and coming out on the winning side.
You've been the form team as well through the tournament. I know you've just come into the tournaments. What's the dressing room been like?
It's been fantastic. The guys have been doing a fantastic job, obviously well led by Nicholas, in that first 8 games as well. The management team keeping the guys in high spirits. And it's always good when you come into a dressing room and guys are on the high. So it's just a matter of, as you said yourself, just trying to fit in and obviously just trying to do what you have to do as a player, as well. So, for me, as I said, it's just a matter of keeping that momentum, and hopefully we can get a win tonight and go into the playoffs, and hopefully we get some guys back at some point in time in the playoffs. Good
luck, enjoy the game.
Thank you.
So you're going to have a bat first. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, not too fast. Obviously, don't have the choice, but looks a good pitch. Obviously, we're going to have to adapt to conditions pretty quickly, but against a top team. But yeah, we're riding high off, obviously after last night. Sorry. So we're not taking anything for granted, but looking forward to tonight.
So you mentioned a few things there that I was going to ask you about, the high from last night and then not taking it for granted. How do you take the positivity from last night into today's game?
Yeah, I think it's natural. Obviously, Raza playing so well, and it was a real team effort as well. I think it tested our character as much as our skills. So yeah, you can definitely take those elements into today. Like I said, it's about mentality and sticking together tonight. And yeah, just executing our skill and adapting.
Enjoy tonight.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, big stakes it is for the Dubai Capitals. They will have a bat first after the MI Emirates said, we'll have a bowl.
Thanks, Natalie. Well, we have lots coming up for you on Cricket Safari. We reflect on Sikandar Raza's heroics last night in Dubai to keep the Capitals in the playoff race. Trent Bolt reveals the secrets to his success in the field. And what threats do MI Emirates pose that could break Capitals' hearts? Welcome back. Now, Cricket Safari with me, Anjum Chopra and Simon Dool. How incredible was that last night? And do you expect anything less from the DP World ILT20? It's the second biggest cricket league in the world.
We don't expect anything less, but
Absolutely.
we do expect that they don't give such tension and pressure to people who are watching good cricket. You want a clear winner, a nice winner, and still a high-scoring game. So yes, from the DP World ILT20 till almost the last league game for almost every team, we still don't know who our top four are.
And that's what makes it more fun. It's so wide open. We also had 161 million viewership in the first 16, 18 games.
Yeah, it's been crazy good, hasn't it? And I think the participation, not only watching on the TV, but also at the grounds, have been fantastic. You know, they've really done a great job to build the tournament up prior to this year, get a lot of people in. The buses have been streaming into the game, so I think that's been a great part of it as well. And we're just sort of keeping an eye on a game that's going on down the road. We've got this one here tonight. I just should try to keep an eye on the score. I think they needed 11 off the last over. 11 off the last over. Chris Jordan bowled a beautiful over, so things are looking a bit dodgy down the road as well. It's getting tough.
I mean, talking about the drama from last night, that last over was something.
Yeah, 13 just had a quick chat to Sikandar Raza there. It was just, I mean, there was some very good bowling, some good batting at times, a couple of dot balls. Things just didn't quite go all the way of the Capitals. Swing and a miss on that occasion. And then last ball, he just got length and width. Able to free the arms. He's got real power. He's been a star. He's been a real star of this tournament with the bat and with the ball, Sikandar Raza. And it's not just lately. He's been doing it for probably 3 or 4 years, Anju.
Absolutely, and the way he's come about in his game individually as a batter, we've spoken about the numbers right through this DP World ILT20, but the fact that, you know, as a player, you're so confident about your skills. For him to put the bowler under pressure, you know, those 5 deliveries that he bowled, there was a change of pace, there was a fuller length ball, there was everything that you got to see. But then when as a bowler, you know, you'll be coming and bowling the last over, on the last ball, he ran out of ideas. And for any batter to put that kind of a pressure, you know that you've done a lot of good work. The reputation precedes you. Each time you're out there in the center waiting for your turn to come in and start dominating the game, you know that you've put an impression on the bowlers. And Sikandar Raza in world cricket has done that. And it's so nice to see Sikandar Raza actually come up as an international cricketer and now contribute in these leagues too.
Absolutely, and well, we need to take a look at the pitch in Abu Dhabi because so far it's been playing differently and every time someone wins they decide to bowl. But we're going to find out from Darren Ganga.
21 degrees cool out in the middle, and it will get cooler. Now, the pitch for today is pitch number 6. It's nearly at the center of the square, so the square boundary is quite equidistant at both ends. I'm at the northern end, so it's about 2 to 4 meters in terms of difference square. Now, a few things about this pitch. We've seen 9 previous matches at this venue this season, and the average first inning score is 152. Now, that might sound a little bit low, but we've had 2 bloopers from Abu Dhabi Knight Riders scoring 94 and 95. So this is a much better pitch for batting. The other thing is teams have won chasing here on 6 of the 9 occasions. So if you look at this pitch, I would say park the numbers aside because this pitch is still a very good pitch for batting. If you bat first, you got to score in excess of 180. And if you're bowling first, use your slower balls as well. So much more pressure on the Capitals because they need 2 points to give themselves a strong chance of qualifying.
Today's going to be that really big game, and we know we need the win when it comes to the Dubai Capitals because MI Emirates already up there, have qualified. When we talk about the threats that this team has in terms of lots of players, of course, Salam Kale has been extremely good.
Yeah, Waka Salam Kale has been great. I think he's lit up the tournament as far as the left arm wrist. They're always intriguing for me to watch, the Kuldeep Yadavs. When you watch these types of bowlers, they're always more intriguing because you just don't see that many of them. We had a great stat. There's something like 20 odd in world cricket at the moment. But you look at what his numbers are: 8 matches, 13 wickets. He's sitting in the top 5 now. They've had quality. Fazalak Faruqi, Trent Bolt, Salam Keel. There's been some really high quality bowling from them. They own the batters as far as the top run scorers are concerned as well. But he's just something very different. I love the way he bounces into the crease. He's got quite a long run up for a spinner. But he turns more often than not, he's turning the ball back into the left-handers and away from the right-handers. Makes him difficult to pick, but he does have the other one as well.
And I like the way the captain always goes to him the last 5th option, 6th option. He used to get just 1 over earlier and then 2 overs. He's gone up to the 4 over limit, of course, now. But the way he's developed right through this tournament for the MI Emirates team, you know, sitting in the same company as Trent Bolt and Fazalak Faruqi, his senior from the country, of course, then you know that you've done well. And that's what this entire tournament is all about, providing the platform for you to come out and excel.
And Captain Kieron Pollard Now, he's no stranger. We know he's capable of anything, and he would want to take this team on a high.
Yeah, he's a winner as well. I mean, he wants to win. Captaincy the other night for the first game, they obviously went down. He felt that when he and O'Dean Smith were at the crease together, they kind of had the game under control. But you always felt if he was to get out, or if O'Dean Smith was to get out, then the opposition would be back into the game. And this is exactly what happened. You take it deep, I understand all those things. But if you get out, there's enormous pressure on the next guys coming in, and he will have realised that after that game. I think that they just let it get a little bit too far out of reach, I think, as far as that run rate was concerned. So he'll want to be better tonight.
And Anju, when you mentioned Trent Boult, of course, he's been one of the leading wicket takers of this season, but he's also really set up the bar high when it comes to fielding. Let's take a look.
Fielding's always been an attitude thing for me, and people go, how do we do that?
Here you go, another one. Is he going to take the catch? Would he do that? Yes, he does. We're talking about Boult. He runs like a bullet too.
Up in the air. Can he get around Trent Boult? Oh, yes he can. Yes he can. Yes he can. Could have got two to it, I think, but made it look a little more special. Wow. Thrusting out that left hand. What a beauty. Holla, holla.
That's right.
I'm both at long off on both of the occasions. That one there, I definitely should have taken with two hands, and I waved at James Franklin to try and make him look good. But yeah, I think in terms of the fielding, it's we speak in any team that I've played in that we must have energy and focus and stuff like that in the field. And although I'm a little bit older, I think I still have a responsibility to be leading on the field in terms of watching the captain, being in the right position, etc. And when it comes to the catches, I'm just throwing myself at the ball and hoping that they stick, but they're always very exciting when I somehow manage to hold on to it and hop up and people go, how did he do that? It's always a funny experience. If you practice something and you have enough volume of a skill, that's the best, the most common thing of making you better. If you hit a lot of balls, you're going to become a better batter. If you bowl a lot of balls, you're going to be a lot more accurate. So we do a lot of catching. We're always doing fielding as a group. So yeah, but in terms of technique, I think if you can get to the ball as fast as you can and reset rather than trying to catch balls on the move or while you're running around, it becomes a lot harder. So get there early and get your hands ready is a good thing to follow.
It's incredible to see someone like Trent Boult, so much experience, he's done so well, but he's still so hungry and always wanting to be the best out there.
Yeah, look, he's a genuine athlete, Trent Boult, and as he said there, and I think one of the great things about him is he's very quick across the ground. He wants to get there and then set himself, so he uses all his pace to get to the ball, to try and set himself to take those catches. I've seen him take some incredible catches over the years, prides himself on his fitness. He actually thinks he can bat as well, which is, which is a good thing because you want to contribute in all three formats. And I think he's hit more sixes than any other number 11 in world cricket in Test matches. So he actually can bat, but he's got all three things to offer now and then. So I like what he does.
Absolutely,
he's a complete package.
Yeah.
Complete package. And well, what we saw last night was a historic win, and Captain Sam Billings, he did it for his team last night. Can he do it again? We're going to chat after this break. Welcome back. We just had such an exciting game in Dubai. Now the Gulf Giants beat the Knight Riders by 3 runs, which is the MI Emirates still on #1 position. Gulf Giants #2 have also qualified for the playoffs. The Knight Riders are #3. Dubai Capitals on 4. Desert Vipers will not be in contention anymore.
No, they're gone, and the Capitals, if they win tonight, get themselves to 10 points, improve that run rate. That's going to be the key for them. Try and knock the Emirates off, but as Kieron Pollard said at the toss, they want to go into those playoffs with some momentum. They need a win.
And they would want to take that win as well. That's why straight away they said, go put the runs on the board. We are happy to chase. Tom Banton, Sam Billings, all the English boys will be up for this contest because they know once they get a win, they are through to the playoffs. And that's exactly what they'll expect. It's nice to have that batting order strengthened. Dasun Shanaka in that lineup as well. You would want a good score on the board against the MI Emirates.
Absolutely.
MI Emirates, so they've got some leading run scorers in Mohamed Wasim obviously up there. Chris Benjamin into the side as well. He'll keep wickets, I think, tonight. Will Benjamin, Mosley and Pollard through the middle. Jordan Thompson had a good outing at the back end the other night. Didn't get a lot of opportunity. We might see more of him tonight. Bravo. VV, double V as Danny called him. Viashkant, the leg spinner. I'll try and say VV, I think, for the rest of the night as well. Trent Bolt, Mohamed Rohid is in there, and the man we talked about earlier in Wankhede Stadium.
Very interesting there. Kusal Pereira, Odean Smith, both in the reserves.
Yeah.
So that's a different thing. Kusal Pereira especially has been so good for them.
He'll come in for the batting.
Yeah,
You imagine he'll be the super sub, come in for the batting side of things, probably for Salam Keel.
Yeah.
Well, now coming back to the Capitals, Sam Billings. I mean, last night was incredible. He really stepped up. Can he do it again for his team?
He's a great leader. I love Sam Billings. I love watching him, love talking cricket with him. He's a bit of a cricket badger at times. He lives it and breathes it, but he's in a great place personally as well. Talking to him, having been through, decided that England's setup wasn't for him anymore as far as the test matches are concerned. Just playing some franchise cricket around the world, captaining sides, wicket keeping. He sees the game very well. He's a great thinker of the game, and he's a terrifically talented cricketer too, Anju.
And especially when you know that you are very good to get into the national side, but there are no opportunities, there are no openings, and you have to have that kind of a performance because you can just get your phone ringing. Come in, there is an opportunity for you. So you need to be right on top of your game, and these leagues are just an example. With him leading the side, you could see that he was having a chat with David Warner as well when Warner was captain. But for him to have this opportunity, I think he's a fantastic cricketer and a great athlete.
Absolutely, and now Roelof van der Merwe, I mean, unfortunately out with a slip disc, but he gave us those gifts and those wickets before he left us.
Yeah, look, he's a real competitor. No matter where Roelof turns up, I think he's just on 40 years of age now, or approaching 40 years of age, and no matter where he goes, he produces something. He's a wholehearted, 100% cricketer. I mean, he looks like an angry man, but he's a lovely bloke, he really is, but terrifically talented as well. He's done it with the bat. He's a very, very good fielder. He's a clever left-arm spinner, holds the ball back, knows when to fire it in. He's a really good operator. So they'll miss him tonight. Slip disc, he's had a few back problems, so they're going to miss him tonight in his services, not only in the field, but with the ball as well.
And how important is Ollie Stone? I mean, his first game itself, he took 4 wickets. It's been a huge contribution to the Capitals so far for him.
It's a smashing entry into the league as well with those 4 wickets. Sad that he couldn't end up on the winning side in that game against the Giants. But you know you are getting pace, you're getting the ball to talk, you're getting the batters to get pushed back onto their back foot because you'll be beaten for pace and you'll be tested for pace as well by Ollie Stone.
I mean, when we look at this whole thing, the fact that Dubai Capitals really need to win today doesn't really confirm them in the playoffs, but it brings them closer to it.
Yeah, it gives them a good opportunity. And I think when you saw their side at the start of the tournament, you heard about David Warner coming to the tournament. We expected probably a lot more from them, and we haven't quite seen that. David Warner's gone home now. Billings taking over.
I think I'm going to break you and make you do a quick prediction now because we're ready for cricket.
No,
we're ready for cricket.
So I don't have to do a prediction.
What's your quick prediction?
MI Emirates.
MI Emirates.
All right, it's MI Emirates. Hopefully we're going to see a cracker of a game. Take a short break and on the other side, some cracking cricket.